Now I don't want to end up with one of those crazy faces on there again, like I did the other day. So we're doing fine, Larry. What's up,
Yes, sir.
Katrina? First time dopier.
Yes, trying to get the kids into the 5K and 10K. Charities are outrageous, especially if I have to raise it times four.
Bug, Bug Greg, Bug Greg from Rise and Run. He's got the Give Kids a World hookup. He'll get you in there. You might have
Okay.
to raise a little money for Give Kids a World, though. Are your kids down a charity raise?
It looks like the only way that they can go currently is through charity.
Are you on
You
Telegram?
got
Yeah,
Telegram's the option.
yeah. I'm hoping to go that route instead of working out four times the charity cost if all else fails.
Which kid's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
Well, whichever one is, you fork out the charity on them and then wait for a last minute potential pop up from people that botched the fundraising.
How often is that?
I've seen it most race weekends where they have last minute ones available.
Okay, yeah, I might have to go down that route. Hopefully, I do have Telegram. Hopefully, it comes up soon. But by the time, thank you, Rise and Run, for getting me in Adobe. But by the time I try to get the kids in for the 10K and 5K, it was all sold out.
It happens. It happens. That was a stressful registration.
Yeah, I blocked off 2.5 hours out of my work calendar, put it as a meeting.
They were done in 1 hour.
Yeah, by the time I got my Dopey sold out.
By the time you got your dopey, dopey sold out, but you got it.
Yeah.
All right. Stacy's still leading us in points. Doesn't show her face on here though. It's because she's in Arizona and she's probably still working. We'll give her a little break. Stacy, you're killing us all. Marcy's trying to catch her. Heather with a valiant effort. Debbie, you're right behind Heather. Look at Dale with 2,000 points though in the mix. I'd come up with a little prize for that on Sunday. Sunday's like our last official day. So you got, two official workouts. If you didn't work out today, really one only official workout, two runs left on the calendar, and eating right until Sunday and then weighing in. How's that look for everybody? Are we just gonna botch it all your hard work after 8 weeks? We're gonna go in on St. Patrick's Day, maybe a little early St. Patrick's Day Sunday. Ah, it's going to
I'm
do.
on call all weekend, so that's not me.
You're on call all weekend? What's up with that?
Yep. Oh, extra money.
All right, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that. You'll be working dopey weekend, I assume?
If I can get in,
If you can.
registering for these races as a volunteer, even medical, is almost as difficult as the races themselves.
It's hard to get in as a volunteer.
Yep.
That's
And when I get the email and I check, everything is already gone by the time I get there. It's like, Jesus.
that's frustrating.
Yep.
You would think they'd be hunting for volunteers, especially after they cut back on your perks.
Well, not for the medical. We still get things.
You're a pop. Oh, you still get things?
Hmm.
Good. You guys are slightly necessary, I guess, right?
Hmm. Necessary evil.
No, I wouldn't say there's any evil about it. I mean, yeah, you got to be there. I'm just glad I've never had to come see you outside of this marathon weekend where I purposely went and found you, or you found me on
Yes.
court.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's always amazing running into people out there.
Hmm.
Who else? Oh, we got a bunch of people that went for dopey. What else did everybody else get? Matt was already in. He's good to go. Matt, did you get your wife in?
I got my wife in for the 5K and the 10K, and then I was able to get two friends in for Dopey and another friend in for the marathon.
Just as Cat was crying about not getting in. You got five different registrations.
It's literally the luck of the draw. I got in pretty early, so
Well, that was me. I was an hour on three different devices, and luckily I had two people, two people send me the code, the QID, and then Adam messaged me and he was like, I'm already registered. I'm still in here. You want me to get yours? I was like, yeah, do it. Do it. I was like, I got 4 minutes left. No, no, do it. So then I hooked Lance up. So now Lance is in for Dopey right after Marine Corps.
Woohoo!
Oh, Brian's in for Dopey. Amy, you did get in. We were getting so many messages across the board. I saw you on that Zoom chat. That was fun. Thank you, Bob, for doing that.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good way to pass the time. Felt very anxious.
And then I kind of did not want to. I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm already in. Let's have some fun with you people. I gotta jump in on more of those Rise calls, those Zoom calls. Bob keeps them good. Who else we got? Karen's first Dopey. How you feeling about your first Dopey, Karen? I like when some of y'all dial in like from work and then we don't hear.
No, I'm just used to Teams, not Zoom. I couldn't figure out how to unmute. Excited, but a little nervous too, so it'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Any nerves about it?
Oh yeah, a little bit, definitely.
It's too early to get the nerves.
Yeah.
Too early to have nerves. Let them come in December. Did I do enough? Did I do too much? Did I do too little? Try to dial in that last minute nutrition.
Yep.
Denise, what were you gonna say?
I was saying it'll be fun either way. So
it's always fun. So first Dopey, best piece of advice is to take the first 3 days easy. Take them easy. If it's your first one, I told Kat that too. Walk the heck out of that 5K, enjoy it, and save your legs for the main event. First year, I did not do that. I was like, oh, it's just a 5K, I'll be fine. Oh, just a 10K, I'll be fine. All right, half marathon, started to feel it. Sunday sucked. Sunday was awful. But I did it. We got it done. 5 years later, I'm still in. I was nervous about breaking my streak. That was the real concern. I'm kind of completionist. I wish you got into like some cool club like Perfects do, but I'm way off from that. Denise in for the half. You tried the code and couldn't get it to work. People were sending me the codes wrong. It was probably that. It was probably that. Don't forget to send me your weigh-ins. Don't forget to send me your weigh-ins by end of day Sunday if you can. If it comes Monday, I'm not going to cry about it. But end of day Sunday, you can do them Saturday if you want. If you weigh in like extra low. And then I'll do all the math and we'll announce our winner come Wednesday night. So I won't see you Monday, but Wednesday night we'll get together. Oh, how are we feeling towards the end? Are we feeling worn down, beat down? Are we feeling healthy? Or are we feeling somebody chat with me?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You're feeling pretty good?
Yeah. I'm enjoying the workouts.
I like it.
Yep.
You're in for the half. You feel prep for that? You got time to prep.
Yeah, I'm good.
What's your next race?
I'm doing Wine and Dine Challenge.
You see me there for that too.
Okay, awesome.
All right. So feeling good, feeling strong?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm really, like I said, I'm enjoying the workouts. Contemplating doing the Hawaii Marathon. So
Bob mentioned that the other night and got my ears perked up.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, it's Hawaii. So, I mean, but
I think I'm
got my sights set on it.
I think I'm earning like a title in this household. And thank God she's occupied right now. So she's not on the call, but I'm earning a title. Like she knows there's an ulterior motive. When I'm like, hey, you want to do a trip to Hawaii? Because she mentioned Hawaii, and I'm like, huh.
Mental mill and leaving you with DIY dust.
Okay, sure. We're gonna mute you. We got a cartoon in the background again. I don't know what that one was. But yeah, I might as well try to weave Hawaii in and get a little extra in, do an extra one. It falls right into the training plan I was advised. Hawaii Marathon. God.
I mean, there's no time limit, so it takes the pressure off the course closing.
Honolulu. It's that one, December 14th?
Yep.
Man, that looks.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It runs really close to the holiday, so
That's the problem. Getting that time off for people during the holidays. Because then I don't get to take my time
right.
off between Christmas and New Year's, and I like that week off. I don't want to be bothered. Although,
Exactly. That's the only thing that's a drawback on that.
although everyone else will be off, so it's like less people bothering you. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Glass half empty, glass half full.
Yeah.
We got, I feel like the workouts combined with the running have made such a positive change in my life. So thank you. Hey, thank your husband. He's the one that messaged me and was like, yo, I want to set my wife up on this challenge. Tell me what to do. Oh, you're watching Captain Underpants. Okay. I've never seen Captain Underpants, but I might have to check it out. Brian, you're feeling tired? I wonder if he's in a spot he can't chat with us.
No, I can chat. I'm tired.
Is it just from early
Ryan
wake
or
up call?
Ryan? Pretty
Early
much.
wake up
That's
calls?
the only time I can get it in.
That's the only time
Yes.
you can get it in.
Yeah.
I had a gap in my schedule today. How are those dogs doing?
There's one of them right here.
Dude,
I gotta
from the
take
first
blood
time we
off.
chatted, that dog has gained some size. I have
Yeah, about 15.
15 pounds. I have a golden in my, I almost said in my,
Yeah, I think so.
I have a golden in my living room right now that we're going to babysit for the weekend and see how my Pomeranian gets along with him. And I think there's, again, my wife's ulterior motive to say, look, he gets along well with big dogs. Let's just go with the big dog. Let's get another one. So you've heard my struggle before.
Yes.
You've heard my struggle.
It's one.
The what? What are you
It's a
eating?
great struggle.
It's a good struggle, yeah. You're like cutting in and out.
Steak. It's a chewy part. I need to actually spit it out, so I'm going to shut my video off.
Oh, you're good. You're good. So 4 a.m. wake up calls, I am used to those. You will never actually get used to those. They are awful. And yeah, my story with the 4 a.m. wake up call, we actually had a car alarm go off at 12:30. And then I kept waking up after that thinking, not my car alarm. Neighbor's car alarm. I kept waking up after. I was like 3. It's time to go to the gym. Gym's not even open yet. 3:30, 4, 4:30. Finally, I was like, I'm just gonna get up. I'll be in that parking lot by 5 a.m. Beautiful. And I did have a small gap in my schedule, which is very odd for me, at 8 a.m. today. And I was like, let's see. This is while I'm working out this morning. Let's see if there's a massage appointment open. So I looked up, I found a massage, 8 a.m. I was feeling so good and relaxed. This poor lady, she got to my feet. I fell asleep on the table again. So now I got a little 9 a.m. to 9:30 nap while she was wrapping up the feet massage. I'm one of those people that has been donating to Massage Envy for 5 years, so I have a whole bunch of credits. So that's my story of the day. That's my story of the day. But while I was on that table, I talk about relaxation on here a lot and trying to decompress and unplug and reset. Running is taxing on the body. Lifting is taxing on the body. Even dieting, stressful and taxing on the body. You're taking the body out of homeostasis, anything you do, so it's going to put a little stress. Sometimes good stress, sometimes a little bad stress. But it was nice to take 90 minutes to de-stress. But it took the first 30 minutes to turn my brain off on things I had to do today. To like just shut down and say, all right, this is, just quiet down, quiet down. But then while I was sitting there, I started thinking about like, I talked about what's your goals after this week. And I'll ask that question again while we chat. What's everybody's goals with the challenge coming to a close going forward? I know Dopey is now a big goal for a whole lot of you, but I started thinking, okay, I got to dial in mine for the next year. And I started like running through, and I don't know if I'm ready to put them out in the universe yet. I don't know if I should do it. So I was like starting to, I think I might. So I've chatted about my birthday coming. I didn't tell everybody how old I'm turning. Does anyone want to guess in the chat?
35 again.
Thank you, Larry. Did you say 35 again?
Yeah.
No, not 35 again. I'll never lie about my age. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, dear Lord, you're younger than my oldest one.
Amy and Krista hit the nail on the head. I must have mentioned this on my other call. I'm gonna be 40, and I'm not one of those people like that really freaks out about turning 40. I just want like it's one of those triggers for me where people are like, oh, wait till you get to my age. And then I ask them and they're like, oh, I'm 3 years younger than you. So I try to keep myself in that position as long as possible where people are like, hey, he's 35. Good, perfect. And I don't ever want to be like, oh yeah, it all started going downhill at 40. I never want to tell a 22-year-old that. I don't tell them, look, keep your foot on the gas pedal and keep crushing it, and you know, you'll be rocking marathons at 71 like Bob. That's the goal. Age is a number. It's how you handle it. Thank you, Kat. Age is a number. Debbie did her
Big
Iron
43 here in May.
Huh?
Not gonna own it. Big 43 here in May.
Big 43 in May. Debbie did Ironman at age 42. I'm gonna look at that. So that's where the fun thing about 40 is in my world, in the fitness and physique world, at 40, you get to go into what they call the master's class. That's the nice way of telling them you're getting older, but it's a whole different level. It's a different group of competition. So I was like, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I will do just a amateur physique show because I've always thought about doing that, and then coupling the Ironman training. Starting to do that. So those two of my big ones, two of the big ones I'm looking at. And yeah, so I might have to pinch Debbie's ear for Ironman advice. That might be a longer journey, but those are two things I'd like to say, hey, this is what I did. I have no interest in running an ultra. If anybody puts that in the chat, like, why don't you join the ultra club and do that? No, it's not in my wheelhouse. It's not, I have no aspiration to do that, but Ironman, that could be it. Debbie, do you have the tattoo?
No, but I do have MDOT stickers on both of my cars. Just FYI.
Oh, you got the stickers on your car. You got the
yeah, and
stickers.
I have the backpack that I carry around, and sometimes people will say, "Oh, your husband did the race," and he's like, "No, it's my wife."
You ever see the meme? It's not really a meme. It's like a joke. 3 guys walk into a bar. One does CrossFit, one's a vegan, and I forgot what the third guy was. So I'm ruining the joke already. And it's like, how do you know what each of them does? And it's like, they won't shut up about it. And I feel like that's one of those things, like Kristen knew it. Chris is like, because they're going to tell you. They are going to tell you. And I saw this guy walking into the gym in front of me this morning, and I think that might have been the mental trigger to like finally commit and put it out into the world to do Ironman. He had an Ironman backpack on. He had an Ironman half zip on. He had a beanie on, and he had the flipping tattoo. And I was like, look, you do a really hard challenge like that, freaking tell everybody. I would brag about it. Same. Ultras don't do you tell everybody about it? You're like, oh yeah, I've done Ironmans.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, if I get the chance. I mean, if it comes up. But yeah, I mean, my car was new to me a couple of years ago, and I still put the Ironman sticker on it, even though the Ironman was in 14, because no one can ever take that away from you. So sure.
I like it. No one can take that away.
No.
Brian, you put it well, man. It's free advertising. People are putting the logo on there. If anybody tattoos my logo, I'll coach you for free for life. Tattoo me to stuck with me forever. Got to put my ugly mug on it too. So yeah, those are the big ones. I got another one. I won't share it. That's one. This is, the personal.
What if Hey Tom, what if it's a dopey tattoo, but it's your face as the dopey?
I'd take that. I would support that. I've debated getting the dopey tattoo, but I kind of cut myself off on tattoos. Just I've mentioned, I don't know if I've mentioned them on these calls, but on my Thursday night group calls that I've had, I think Krista, was it you that asked like what my gym triggers are and what my triggers just in general are? What gets my blood boiling?
Yep, that was me.
I thought it was you. That's one thing that triggers the hell out of me is when somebody who's covered in tattoos complains that they're broke. Because I'm like, you are covered in thousands of dollars in art, and you complain. That's another trigger. If anybody would like to know my other triggers, I can go off. I had one today. I had one at 5 o'clock this morning, and I was tired. I was tired like Brian was working out, and I see 6 benches all completely occupied in front of the dumbbell rack, and I wasn't happy about it. And then I see 2 guys walk off. One leaves his phone, his towel, and his dumbbells. I'm like, all right, he should be back soon. And the other guy just left his dumbbells. The phone guy came back within 2 minutes, and I was just standing there. I was like, I need the bench. All of my workout is on this bench today. The other gentleman went to another bench and was using a Smith machine. So now he had stuff on 2 benches, and I'm like, you don't really need all of that. Campers. Yes, they're campers, Brian. So I gave him another 2 minutes, and I'm like, he's not going back to this other bench. He just left the dumbbells and his sweat all over this bench for and moved on. And I was like, so I didn't even say something to the guy, but he was working with somebody who this gym that I go to does not allow personal trainers that are not on their payroll. And I went over to the other guy and I was like, oh, are you his trainer? And I was like, I would need you to clean that bench. And also, part of your job should be to educate him. If you want to do it well, if you want to be good at this, educate him on the etiquette so he doesn't upset other people. And he was like, I'm not wrecking those. And I was like, okay. I went and got the gym manager and let them know that he's not licensed and is training people on their floor because they are very serious about that. Which even I don't break that rule. I break their video rule all the time. There's no video allowed. I break that one on the regular. But that's my stories from the day. I'll just make a chit chat. What's everybody's goals for this upcoming year? Because I gave you some of mine. I have to pinch Debbie's ear about this Ironman.
PR, the Cherry Blossom 10 miler, and get down to my weight.
PR and Cherry Blossom. What's the time we're
Get
going?
down to 145. So I get a POT for dopey.
I almost want to share a little bit about your
Go ahead. Go for it. I'm
go
here.
for it. I referenced Kat a little bit, and Kat and I work one-on-one together. And Kat had a running coach that pissed me off for the longest time. Kat had a running coach that pissed me off for a long time because her running coach was like, look, no strength training. I don't want you to go. Her words were, don't go for a PR. Don't attempt to get a PR on which race?
Oh,
All of them. It was all of them.
yeah, pretty much.
On all of them. And we were not in alignment on that. And I'm like, if you feel good out there, go for your PR. Even if you don't feel good, you might surprise yourself, but you're never going to know unless you push the freaking limit. Kat started
Until
working.
I got Coach Alicia.
I was just going to say, she started working with Alicia from Rise and Run, what, a month ago?
A little over a month, right towards the end of February.
Right. So it's the end of February. And Alicia and I are very aligned that if you're feeling good and you feel you've done the work, go for it. Go for it. Don't like if you're not going to if you feel like you're going to injure yourself, put yourself in danger, don't do it. But if the legs feel good, go for it. And I'm confident you're going to get that PR at Cherry Blossom, right?
Yes. They even have pace groups. I'm even bothering the race people to see where exactly I will be placed in the corrals because they go by colors. And I won't find out till the end of the month, but no matter what, I'll find my 145 flag.
You're pestering them?
Mhm.
All
And I'll
right.
bring my own hydration with me so I don't stop at the water stations and I just go straight through.
Bringing your own hydration, no water stations. I've asked you. See, I can't do the hydration vest because
And that's how I do my runs here
I feel like it weighs me down.
in
You're used to
Texas.
it. You're
Yeah.
used to it. So you're fortunate. It's also a very beautiful race, which I think plays a mental trick. Like me running through downtown Orlando, the only time I ever want to do that again is if I'm running from the crazies that are down there, the people that didn't go home last night, like that were out on the roads. Like it wasn't pretty. I was running to get because I was over the race, but like it's gonna get the serotonin going, it's gonna get the endorphins going, and you just like you're moving into a cooler climate, moving into like cooler climate out there compared to where you are. The odds are in your favor. The odds are in your favor, and after that, I have to call Alicia, and then we're gonna discuss getting you like a corral placement time. That's the
Yes.
next one. We got
Hopefully.
we got this. Let's see. Let's see. Another marathon in May. Continue losing weight and getting stronger. Which marathon in May, Ms. Leslie?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. I probably never run there.
Beth is doing it also. She had to leave the call, but just wanted to throw her out there too. She's doing it first time. So
She's doing it first time?
yeah.
She's nervous?
Yes.
Why?
Like if she misses a couple miles or like she just hurt her ankle a little bit, so she took a week off, and she was like, I feel like I have to make it up. You know how it is. Like the first time you train, you feel like if you don't do everything just right, like it's not going to work. But we've all done this many times, so we assure her, like, listen, you're on track. Like you're running regularly, you're getting your long runs in. Like she's going to kill it. So
That's you miss runs. It happens.
yeah.
It happens to everyone. I don't think anybody ever had a perfect training cycle and hit every single note on the day they were supposed to, and every run felt great. If you have,
No.
just no.
No. No.
What happened, Larry?
Life.
Life.
Something happens on the long, something happens a couple of days and just put it off.
Life gets in the way. Like it's never perfect. I came from only, and I'll touch on this. I fully always believe in being transparent on my journey and stuff. And I came from a fitness background, but not a running background. And I did running to get out of my comfort zone. And I signed up for Dopey fully, like not prepared mentally. It was just on a whim. I said, I've done a 5K, I've done a 10K, I've done a half, I've done a challenge, just randomly, not consistently. And Run Disney's back. And I really, you know what? Let's try to get back into this. Let's see if signing up for this will be the catalyst to really get me into running. It 150% was absolutely not. I didn't do shit for training. I continued like in my 5 day a week, lifting weights, sometimes 6. And I'd get to the gym and say, I'm going to run today. I didn't run today. I maybe ran like 3 or 4 times during that whole thing. Also, coming from I would never advocate for anyone to ever make that decision or do something that's stupid. I think I'm a flippin' idiot for doing that because I went in woefully unprepared. I was having so much self-doubt and went through that entire emotional roller coaster. Like, do I even show up for this full marathon? Like, this is some serious shit. This is not going to be good. I'm going to end up going to see Krista at the finish line. And I don't even know Krista at that point. So it would have been really awkward as she's taped me up. And I finished and I was like, the tear came down my eye. I was like, I freaking did that. I did that hard ass thing. And, that ended up sparking the catalyst where I was like, I want to do this again. I instantly got on I reached out to a charity and was able to get into Princess that year, like on a last minute charity flop. Got Adam and Kim in, and then before you know it, it was let's do springtime and was that the same year? I might even had a little gap in between the next season and just gone right into Dopey again. Stupid. But I would never say anybody should do that. I just had a good fitness base. But one thing I will always do is like be transparent on my journey as much as possible. I was listening to a podcast today and the three guys, it's three hosts, it's a fitness podcast. They were talking about, another fitness influencer who accepted a sponsorship from Celsius and then got roasted because Celsius is not healthy. Do you have any of y'all drink Celsius? It's not healthy. It's not, energy drink. I get it, but it's not the best stuff you could have. And this guy got torn apart on his social media and like lost a ton of followers right after he got this subscription for it. And they were just talking about like, lead with authenticity. So that's kind of where I'm going with that story. I'll never be like, oh yeah, I've been addicted to running my whole life. I still hate the runs. I still hate the training runs, and it's never perfect. So my first season was not perfect. Second season, I did a little better. Last year, was that 3? The year after, I did a little better. This year, I was the most on point, and I still missed workouts. So if you miss some along the way, you're not gonna die, but you should probably not skip like the 17, the 20, the 23. Like don't skip those big ones. Those are important. Those big ones are important. Alex, you and I are going to jump on another one-on-one call. I'm going to DM you after this. Debbie, goal is to maintain fitness. I have so far and pushed my run walk pace for POT. What are your intervals at, Debbie?
90 run, 30 walk.
90 run, 30 walk.
Mhm.
So I've always been, and don't tell Jeff. I mean, actually, you know what? I could say it. I was gonna say don't tell Jeff or Chris this, Jeff Galloway or Chris Twigs this, but I've always been apprehensive on run walk because I've never had a problem running straight through. So I never had an issue with it. And
You're only 40 though, Tom. So
I see what you did there. So Kim trained with run walk her whole dopey training outside of like the 45-minute runs. She trained with it. And I was like, if I stick with her, I'm going to have to do run walk, and followed it, not consistently enough, but I followed it enough. And then I tested it out on myself during that best damn race that I did. And I was shocked actually, because I ran the first 2 miles straight through, and I was able to maintain very close to my pace when I shifted into run walk at mile 2. So that was always my apprehension. I'm like, if I'm walking, it's going to make me slower, but I was able to go faster and hold on to it for a longer amount of time. So,
exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty fast compared to what I used to be. I was having a lot of hip problems, and I was running 5 days a week. Now I'm only 3 days a week, run, walk, and just as fast as I was before. So.
All right. You still having hip problems?
None. None. Mm-hmm.
I'll take it. So yeah, that's pretty awesome for me to hear that you got that and you're going for POT. You want A. You can just thumbs up because I know you're eating dinner.
It'd be nice.
A would be nice. So you got to get like 155 and under?
Yeah, something like that. I'm shooting for the 10K for wine and dine first. That's got to be what, sub 54:30 or sub 54.
Doable. You can do it. I believe in you. Make it happen. Go put your mustard on or whatever the heck you're having there. Oh man. Hoping for POT this Saturday. Amy, tell me about your POT that you're going for.
Races in Oklahoma, so crossing fingers for good weather, and we'll see how things go. So
what time are you
I don't
going
know.
for?
I'm hoping to get a 2:15 or better.
Doable. It's doable. I think she can do it. Y'all think she can do it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
Yes, go Amy.
Hoping.
You got this. Krista still wants to lose weight, continue building strength, and possibly improve times for wine and dine. Krista, I'm so glad you added the next line after getting my knee squared away. Where's the knee at now? Any forward progress on the knee?
I did some more 15-second runs on it yesterday a little bit, even though it was mostly a walk I did. Yeah. Still hurts. But it's not, other than cracking like a freaking glow stick every time I walk, it's not as painful as long anymore.
It's not as, I don't want it to be painful at all. Where are we at with the docs review?
I still have 2 weeks for that. So, yep.
You're in the medical system, and I'm going to bitch about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're in it, and I'm going to complain about it. It's crazy you have to wait that long to feel better.
Well, it's a 2-month follow-up after trying the exercises, but I mean, they probably have worked to an extent, but it's still not, obviously still not back to normal.
We can't have you in pain anymore. When does it hurt? Does it hurt always?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Just when you're running?
Like it's fine right now, yeah.
Just when you're doing what you want to do, right?
Yeah, kind of.
I would like. Do you tear up your IT band at all? Like destroy it?
No.
You should. I'm telling you, order that little Graston, the little silly metal stick, and put some like, I like to use like a decent lotion, like trying to think. There was somebody gave me that, this pyramid scheme, doTERRA, but they gave me this cooling blue lotion, and I just put that on my leg and run it. It's like a menthol, but tearing up that IT band and then stretching out the quad really helps when I was having knee pain from too much running.
Stretching out the quad is rough because I can't bend my knee very far. I can't bend it enough to grab my ankle to stretch or anything like that.
Can you do the couch stretch? Do you know the couch stretch?
I don't think so.
And it doesn't have to be a couch. It could be a wall, but this one helps the knee and the hip flexor. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let me find a picture. I don't want to message that picture to just Denise. I want to message it to everybody. Let's see. Let's get a good one. Here's why it's called the couch stretch. That one. See it in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Then if you want the super scientific version. But usually a lot of that comes from the quad. Just too much tension there.
Even putting pressure on it like that would hurt.
Even if you did it like her, where she's on a pad?
Probably, yeah. Or a towel or something, yeah. I gave up stretching my left hip flexor because of it. Putting the pressure on that knee to stretch it was not fun.
All right, girl. We got to get that fixed.
Mhm.
Keep me posted on what Doc says. I'm very curious about this one. And you doing it because you want to get a better. What's your time at Wine and Dine you're trying to beat?
Anything I've run so far.
What'd you say?
Anything I run so far, I am not fast, to quote my favorite fellow nurse.
I am not fast. You don't have to be fast. You just, that everybody starts somewhere different on speed. You just kind of keep getting keep trying to get a little bit faster, but you got the knee holding you back. So it's tough. It's tough. Denise is going to continue to be mindful of the diet and exercise and strength training. Denise is going to keep getting stronger. Then I'll see her in Honolulu. See her at Wine and Dine first. Doing bird in hand. Everybody talks about this bird in hand. I have no idea what it is. I know it's a half marathon, but I know nothing else. I always hear that that people are doing
It's
bird in hand.
it's out in Amish country. It's in Lancaster,
Why the hell's everybody going
Pennsylvania.
out there? Why is that a?
Well, I think Greg from Rise and Run lives. He's a Philly guy, so he's close to. So he kind of brought awareness to it, and I looked into it. It looks fun.
Yeah, and you're not far off from there.
No, I'm in Delaware, so
You're not far at all. That's an easy drive.
It's a very fun race.
Is it? You've done it too? That's the one with the horseshoe medal?
I did the 5K. And yeah, it's not just the horseshoe, it's some other left behind things from the horse.
That's what I heard. I did hear that.
The road apple. Well, at least
I did hear about that on Rise and Run, the road apple. Okay. You imagine me trying to sell that trip? Hey, do you want to go out to Amish country, hun? Why? We're going to do another half marathon. No, not going to happen. Not going to happen.
It's a great.
It's selling that trip. Hawaii's a much easier sell, Brian.
Yeah, always.
You haven't booked
especially
one with me.
if you threw Alani into it.
See, the way my wallet works, that Alani trip. Is your husband listening? No. I don't. It sounds like he doesn't know how much that Alani trip cost.
Okay.
Sell one of the kids. I told you, pick a favorite. Pawn off the other one. Trip instantly got cheaper.
Yeah, you got to celebrate our daughter's fifth grade graduation, so it's worth it in the end.
Yeah, you got to do something like that. Oh my gosh. Go to Alani. Book through Magic Bound Travel. Tell them I sent you. Goals. Let's see. Did Philly once. The weather can be so unpredictable. I'm used to running in Orlando. The weather here is always unpredictable. I leave the house in a hoodie and then I'm sweating 2 hours later.
I would die. I would rather the Philly weather than that. But the one year I did it in 2019, it was like, imagine snow and sleet on an out and back for like 10 miles.
Damn.
that out and back to Manayunk is brutal. It is the
That
worst part
is
of that
the
race.
worst. Yes, and it was cold. I mean, like, I'm talking like you only had your eyes uncovered.
Yeah, it was god awful, and my calves gave up on me, so I had to walk the whole thing.
Yeah, I hear you. That was a tough one.
You mentioned Philly and it piqued my interest in something, so I had to go and look something up. So I would go do like a Rocky run, and I saw this somewhere, and it was like stupid long how long his run was. They mapped out the whole thing. What is the entire total? Everywhere Rocky ran through in Rocky 2. Over 30 and a half miles is what he did in Rocky 2 on his training run. So, fun fact, now you know. They mapped it all. There's people with a lot more time on there. Denise doing run walk for years. Adam run walks his ultras. I like the run walk. You sold me on it. You don't have to sell me on it anymore. I told you I joined up for Adam with Adam for a little bit. And then it was really just Jack's yelling. You know, I was doing fine with Adam, but Jack's yelling was killing me from that crew. Wife hated run walk, but it started to see benefits on recovery. That's the big selling point for me. It, you know, it's if it can expedite the recovery time and I can be back in the game. God, I was much younger and stupid 4 years ago doing my first dopey. I'm like, oh, I'll coach the Monday after. And if you coach group fitness for a large franchise, corporation, the workouts are all pre-made. I didn't have to, think about that part. I just got to coach the people. And that's kind of where I lost interest, was where I was like, I can do better on exercise programming than these folks. And I coached the next morning, like that Monday morning, 8:15 a.m. class. and they had squats on the menu, and I had to demonstrate squats for people, and I was just cursing under my breath. I was like, "This is the most embarrassing looking squat I've ever done," because I could barely move after doing my first dopey. And yeah, so now I feel great. I could pop in coach class right now after doing a dopey and don't think I'd have an issue. But I stay off that microphone now. That's how my knees sound. Leslie, we need to work on your knees too. There's a lot of hills at Bird in Hand. I'm just catching up on this chat. I want to see the camels. Where are their camels? Is there camels at Bird in Hand? That makes sense.
Yeah, there's a camel during the race that you can take pictures with.
A single camel. What's your goal for Bird in Hand?
Sub 230 would be good.
Sub 230. All right.
I'm not very fast, so sub 230 would be pretty good for me.
Sub 230 is a good time, man. Sub 230 is good. It gets the job done. I see some nasty comments after registration yesterday. People were going off on like, oh, this registration went too quick. This was sold out in 50 minutes. This was sold out in 45. La di da. And then some people chiming in. They're like, Disney needs to cut down proof of time to 14 minutes. Like, y'all, even if you're not 14 minutes, people would still register. People would still get out there and try the damn thing. And I like that it's, 16 minutes. I think it makes it accessible for a wider group of people. And that's one of the, biggest problems in health and fitness and in the industry is it's not acceptable. It's not accessible to a ton of people. Like people are nervous about going for a 5K or doing a 10K. And then you get one done and you're like, did a 5. Wow. I can do that. And oh my God, I did a 10. I can do that. Let me try the next thing. Same thing with gyms. It's like, well, I don't want to go in there. There's 50 guys that look like me and they're all going to, kill me. That's not the case, but got to make it more accessible. So I didn't like seeing people say, yeah, it should cut down to 14 minutes. I get it. Perfect world, everybody could get in and they just close the parks and we'd all run around in circles all day. But it's not going to happen. So let them all in. Let them all in. Disney runs are how I got started working out again. I would have never done it at home. Are you ready for springtime? Ms. Angela? She got quiet. She might be at work or trying to find the mute button.
My phone was being weird and it like minimized the screen instead of, hitting the mute button. Yeah, I went for a 2-mile run over lunch today and it's the fastest I've ever run. I got sub 14-mile pace. Like more terrifying than the balloon ladies is my manager yelling at me if I'm late getting back from lunch. So
well, that's one way to get things done.
it is, yeah.
That's one way to make sure you keep a good pace.
Yep. So
you're lucky it's cold where you are.
What?
You're lucky it's cold where you are. If I run at lunch, no.
It was 66 degrees today.
66 degrees.
I know.
That sounds great.
That sounds
heat wave.
I mean,
that's great.
In the morning, it's been cold here in Orlando, but not so much outside of that.
It was 33 this morning. So, it's the Midwest.
The Midwest. The Midwest. Yeah. Y'all crazy living out there.
Mm-hmm. You start the day with snow and you end it in shorts and a t-shirt.
I do not miss snow one bit. That's a conversation that comes up in there. Let's go up there when it snows, and I'm like, and then you always complain when it snows. Always complain. I don't like the cold. I don't do it. Another one, Disney is how I became a runner. So it's not just me. It was really Star Wars for me. It wasn't even the whole package. It was just Star Wars, and Disney decided that they were going to ruin that for me and get rid of Star Wars weekends. And It's not cool. 33 is your dream weather? Ain't nobody got to be outside in 33-degree weather.
We are. We're and worse, but 33 is perfect because it feels like 53.
Not here, girl. I can guarantee you that. It'll be 33 and it feels like 11. I made that mistake once. I'm like, it's really sunny. I'm going to try an outside run. I got to a mile and immediately turned around. Like my ears were hurting. I couldn't feel my fingertips.
Yeah.
I like the regret was almost instantaneous.
Oh my God. I'm not going out there. Not going out there. High 30s. I'm just having flashbacks to California last year. Dopey wasn't even that bad this year. California, my fingers were frozen, numb. There's a photo. There's and y'all know how I dressed during these races. So yeah. I'm gonna tell let's see if Adam can get it to me in 9 minutes. Send me the haggard looking post Disney half photo when I was cold. Adam's a phone geek. He's probably got this favorited and we'll send my way immediately. Leslie raised her hand. What's up, Leslie?
Well, you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I wanted to ask the question because this is Florida, and maybe somebody on this call knows about this. Has anybody ever done the St. Pete Running Festival, or maybe this is new? I don't know. Anybody?
Isn't that the one that John Pelkey announces every year with his wife?
I don't know. Somebody in our run group is talking about trying to plan a trip to do this thing, and I'm a little nervous because, hot weather running. Oof. But it's in November, I think. So I was wondering if anybody has ever done this, what the weather is like in Florida in November. Like, am I gonna die?
I don't. Oh, is it during the like day? It looks like not
I
too
don't
early.
know. It's a half marathon, 10K, 5K, kids race, dog walk,
Oh,
St. Pete Run Fest.
it's 3 days.
Yes.
I will ask. I guarantee I know somebody that's done it. I will ask them. You better register now. Now through March 1st, it's discount, or March 1st through June 30th. It's
Yes.
this.
Oh, we're on it. Somebody just announced it today, so I'm sure everybody going is going to be getting on it. But I'm on the fence because hot weather. I don't know.
Are you going
But
to do the Tortuga triple
yeah.
or the Dolphin double?
Well, probably the triple one because it's only a half marathon, the longest. So
It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I'm looking at it. I can get down with this. I'll come run with y'all.
all right, cool.
November 14th through 16th. I don't think I have anything else going on. I think I should be fine. Oh man. Yeah, I know I definitely know some people that have done this one. We got one yes in the chat. So,
All right.
but I don't think November's not crazy. It's not like you're running in August, you know? Oh, it's so Fridays at 2 p.m., Saturdays at 7 a.m., Sundays at 7 a.m. I don't think you're looking at that crazy of a scenario on weather. You don't like running in the heat?
No.
We have
I run high with my heart rate, so like it in my asthma like acts up in the hot weather a little bit.
see,
So I'm like a struggle bus in the hot weather. Like
you
I
got
used to
that
just
going
take
on.
summers off. Yeah.
You got that going on. Okay. So we have because I'm local. I'm 5 minutes from MCO and maybe 10 with the traffic because my neighborhood's terrible. But we have the Track Shack series because Track Shack is local to Orlando. And I think I told the story how Kim won all of their races for the year. So I technically won them because she didn't want to do them. And now she's doing them all with me anyway for the most part. And I've enjoyed all of them. I've enjoyed whether it's a 5K, a 10K, the 5 and 10 challenge. I think this weekend's is a 10 plus 2, 10K plus a 2 miler. They've all been fun. They've all been quality. I would do the Winter Park one. There is one I refuse to go to, and it is the one that is literally 7 minutes from my door. Like it is right there. I refuse to do it. It's called the Run Nona 5K, and it is at 6:30 at night in at the end of May.
Mm.
Who the hell plans a 5K at 6:30 at night in Central Florida at at the end of May when it's hot? Nope, not doing it. Not
It
doing
sounds like that 4th of July one I did last year that I'll never do again.
it. Nah.
7:30 in the morning, and it was 82 degrees already here in Tallahassee, with heat index of about 86.
Heat index of 86.
hmm
Oh, oh,
I will not do that one again.
don't do it, Larry. We don't want to lose you.
Yeah, there's a local 5K that I used to do here that their start time for I think the 10K was 9 a.m. and then the 5K was 10. And by then, I mean, in June here, I mean, it's
Sun's
not
up.
like Florida hot, but it's hot.
Sun's up. It's toasty at that point.
It's like a a big loop, rectangular loop, and half of it is like full sun. So
I have the benefit where I'll just strip down if I'm not already stripped down. I will, if it's too hot, I will strip down. Some of y'all can't do that. You get arrested. Now, if you're about to eat dinner, I do not recommend looking at this photo. I don't even know why I'm sharing it. It's a terrible photo of me. But this was me after, actually, I think it was the 10K last year. Oh man, hold on. Oh man, Adam sent it as an iPhone photo. I'm gonna save it and transfer it. Boom. Now I gotta export to a JPEG. It's taking way too long for this one silly photo. IMG. Boom. But I told you I'd show you the ugly photo of me. I have my stepsister wig on. And I'm gonna get it up there any second now. Leave you with this before you go have dinner and ruin your day. Oh man. Computer's being tricky.
those of
Technology.
us in healthcare will not be offended, and we don't get grossed out by anything. So
You
bring it
don't
on.
get grossed out by anything. It's
No.
not a gross picture. I just look like I don't know, like a stripper wandering the streets of Anaheim after a long night of work. It's very bad. Apple got to make things so difficult. Export one photo to JPEG. There you go. Now I'll be able to do it. Desktop. Where are you, desktop? Now I've put all this on the photo. It won't even be that bad. Now it wants to message direct to Kat because Kat left us. She had to go eat dinner. Me getting sideswiped. Here we go. Victory. This is me in the cold. This is how I feel about cold. I'm not about that life. It's not. I don't want to be out there. I don't want to leave.
Yeah, you don't look happy.
My neighbor just asked, like my neighbor and his dad, they were like, "Oh, it must have been great growing up in Connecticut. You must want to move back so fast." And I said, "Absolutely not. I will never. You could not pay me enough to move back to Connecticut. Cold, there's nothing to do." And he knew if you're from Connecticut, Stu Leonard's. He goes, "You know Stu Leonard's, right?" I know I'm beautiful. Thank you, Caesar. You make me feel good about myself. He said, "You go to Stu Leonard's." I said, that's all there is to do. You go to the grocery store that has animatronics in it. I got out. I got out. You can see I don't have much else to chat about tonight. I'm just goofing off at the end of the call. I look like Ariel. Well, I was an ugly stepsister there, Sue. We do have nice malls. The Danbury Mall was very nice. That's where I grew up. Ariel, after she came out of the ocean, yeah. Sue, it was the stepsister costume. I think the stepsister costume gets better every year because we refuse to buy new wigs, so they just get more haggard. So yeah, I'll leave you with that. Remember, updates, send me your weights. Send me your weights. When I get them, I will also possibly send you a little while. So I'm going to send a little link. I got to put it together with some questions. maybe you have something nice to say about me and you want to share it. So do all that. And yeah, send me your weigh-ins by Sunday. And like I said, if you send them Monday, I'm not gonna freak out unless 140 of you send them on Monday. Then I will start to freak out. It means I'll have a long Monday night. And then I'll announce our winner on Wednesday night. So see you in less than 7 days. Some of you I'll see tomorrow. Krista, I see you tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, it's taco time. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Bye.
Good night.
Sending Monday. Thanks, Leslie.